And we're back. Are you back? If you back, hit a toot toot. I'm listening to see if I hear any horns outside of this outside of the studio. No, really, y'all drive safe out there. Thank you for coming right on back to the Lift, where we're sharing important information about the Houston Fund for Social Justice and Economic Equity, going back to the nickname HEF. Mad love, that's what you do in families. And so as we come on around the curve, getting ready to wrap up the show, I do want to just highlight a particular interest that we have here, and it is our data that I want to say exposes, but it only confirms of some of the inequity that exists for nonprofit and small business owners who, in addition to being from communities of color, are marginalized and all things that nature, they're also women. And that alone, can I get an amen from the two women on the line? Like, from women, just much of the research and the data speaks largely to the inequities that exist. And then when you layer being a woman with those other dynamics of being from communities of color, man, oh man, like, yeah. So one of the acknowledgement points with the organization is that we try to intentionally focus some of our efforts, particularly there. That noise that you hear in the background is one of our women. She getting ready to get up and start a march because she mad about how these inequities happen within our communities. You good at it? Yeah, that's Arnita. She don't want me to say her name on the air. That's Arnita, y'all. You was getting too upset about the inequities. See there? We about to march up in this camp. But no, that's Arnita. She's a part of our team as well, and I'm just teasing. But yeah, we're here today collectively supporting one another and talking about this topic. And so one of the things that we do in our organization is the Lunch and Lift. And actually, we're all here and have been a part of it. We're going to bring Arnita on the air, too. Let us scooch up over there a little bit. Come on up, Arnita, join us. And just talk a little bit from your perspective about what... Honey, I had told her to come up. I meant just come up for a little bit. She moving a whole chair to the stadium, y'all. To the people. I know I'm telling the people, y'all. So y'all just go with it, people. Just you see how she joined the people? Go with women, that's how y'all do that. Like if they invite you to the table, come on up to the table.
Thank you, Dr. Gina. Thank you, Dr. Gina.
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about just the lunch and lifts and what happens in that space.
The lunch and lifts are phenomenal. We started these several months ago, and we only started with 20 invites. With Dr. Gina will tell you that only 8 women showed up.
That's how they did it, Sarnita, and did.
Yeah.
The
last one we just had this week on Valentine's Day, and we had over 120 women show up.
Yes.
Very, very prominent business women, owners, CEOs of their companies, their businesses and nonprofits. And it is an opportunity for those women to be poured into.
Yeah.
And it is phenomenal. They come in, Dr. Gina speaks, and we feed them good food.
Yes, we do.
And they get the fellowship, and they get to network. And it is just all love.
Yes. And the title itself kind of articulates that message, lunch and lift. We're not saying lunch and learn, and we're not accidentally not saying learn, but we're very intentional that the space is not just about a traditional professional development session, but it's actually about the lift. And that lift is driven from some research data that Michelle did as our project specialist, kind of honing in on what women say that they need. What would you say about that, Michelle?
You know, I think the most important thing that they said they needed was the work-life balance, right? 43% of them said that they needed the work-life balance. They're running and doing everything. But what I want to say about the Lunch and Lift is that we're creating a community of women who are not only leaders, business owners, their moms, their wives, and all of this. We want them to be able to really patronize each other with their business. I want you to be able to patronize another, not only business in an underserved community, but maybe another woman that could come in and to help you with whatever you need. And that's the kind of community that we're creating. Like Arnita said, we started with 8. Yesterday we had 120. We intend to grow, and we really feel like we are working very hard to empower our business leaders in the Houston community. And we're just proud of this work.
Proud of it. I know when we looked at I got teary. Y'all know I be getting teary. Anyway, but I got teary. I looked out and saw the waiting line starting an hour before we even opened the doors. In the honey, we wrapped the building. We got receipts because we made a video. Y'all better not tell us nothing. But just even that idea that that women in the middle of their workday would come. Tatiana, for you, what do you think that's about? I know you pulled an article talking about the exhaustion and not being visible and those things. How would you, what do you say is happening with the lunch and lift?
I think with the lunch and lift, it's meeting that unmet need for support and just validating that, hey, we see you. This is a time you don't have to, excuse me, you don't have to, put on a front. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's times in our roles where we have to do that to represent our businesses and organizations where we do have to perform. But Lunch and Lift is about, I can come in as myself. I can understand and relate to the other women at the table who are going through the same thing. It's not a competition, but it's an opportunity to just relax and just be poured into and have those conversations that they wouldn't have the space and other environment to do that. So I love seeing how that magic happens at our Lunch and Lift. I think it's amazing.
It is. It's amazing. It's a privilege, and you'll hear us as people who work the event continue to say that it's a privilege and it's an honor to serve you, the community, because without your attendance, there wouldn't be a lunch and lift. I mean, we gon' lunch. I mean, let me take that back. We gon' eat over here. But the lift and allowing so many people to come together and to do that is a beautiful thing. And so in the spirit of all things women and lifting, I also want to just take one quick more second of your time. So before you get out of your car, if you've already parked, just hold on a minute, lock the doors, hold on a minute, and let us just tell you a quick introduction of the businesses that the ladies on our team have, because in addition to helping to serve with us, we push it, we support it, we endorse it, that they also have their businesses and whatever they're up to on their own. And I do want to be very specific. It's not in competition to, like, we literally endorse, encourage, support. So Michelle, what's the name of your business and what service do you all provide?
The name of my business is Shea by Michelle, and I provide shea butter, and I have shipped shea butter to all 50 states and internationally. And so I am very happy about that. My website is sheabutterboss.com.
And I am a customer. I was one of her first consumers, honey. That shea butter, it be coming from all across the waters. It melts when you touch it. It's beautiful, yes. And then your business, Tatiana, the name of your business, and what do you provide?
So my business is aromatic perfume oils, oil-based fragrances to help people feel good, smell good through vegan and non-toxic oils. So it's long-lasting and amazing scents. And I also layer my products with Michelle's body butters. So you get a combo deal here with your scents lasting long. And I also host scent creation workshops where people can come and learn how to make their own fragrance. And it's real fun and interactive. So I enjoy doing that stuff.
Thank you, Tatiana. And then we also have Arnita, because y'all do know she pulled her seat up to the table. So we so come, girl, and I'm proud.
Hey.
Yeah, come on to the table. And so Arnita, if you would tell us the name of your company and what product is it that you provide?
Yes, the name of my company is Arnita Candy Cakes, and I am a baker, and I have my own bakery, and I also provide jams, jellies, and yes, I expanded.
Come
Yes,
on,
I have-
expand.
Yes, ma'am, I've expanded into homemade jams, jellies, and preserves as well.
Awesome.
And I am just a good old-fashioned baker.
Very
You
good.
don't get I can do some decorating and fancy stuff, but really my heart is just to be a homemade, old-fashioned baked goods. If you want good old homemade chocolate cake, cookies, a lemon meringue pie, carrot cake, and I also do some specialty products, vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free as well.
Thank you. Excellent. Michelle down here clapping
And
along.
my
Excellent.
look, my
Yes.
website, I do have a website. It is arnitacandycakes.com.
Thank you. Thank you for adding it. So so to our listening audience again, we want to thank you for tuning into The Lift, where we hope that the information that we have provided for you actually lifts you, it empowers you, it encourages you, and it inspires you. And we look forward to talking to you again next week for episode number 3. Y'all stick beside us. We're going to stick beside y'all. All right?
Okay.
Have a great rest of your day.
Woo, woo.